yes. What's going on, man? Bring that in. Science of Getting Rich says in chapter 4, impression of increase. I'm assuming you can hear me on IG. Yes. Let's bring that mic in a little bit. YouTube. I'm assuming you can hear me. What's up? He says, good morning, Carlos. I got a new mic coming. I got to get this one in closer. Loud and clear. Thank you. Could hear you good. There you go. Let's mute IG. Motherfuckers get rowdy. They get rowdy on IG, so we got to mute them. The purpose of a chart is to give us insight into price. That's its purpose. We can sometimes overcomplicate it, but that's it, man. It's trying to give you insight into the soul movement of price. Chapter 14, The Science of Getting Rich, says whether you change your vocation or not, your actions for the present must be those pertaining to the business in which you are now engaged. Sometimes people ask me, man, I want to be a trader. I want to be a stock investor. There's a middle one, right? There's different types of traders. Day traders, momentum traders, people trying to catch breakouts, stay on top of the news, right? That's a type of trader. But your lifestyle's got to reflect the type of trader you're trying to be. And what I began was this journey of just trying to find shit that was true, man. And for me, this right here is a monthly chart of the Dow Jones Industrial Average. If we back this up and we look at this, you're going to notice that it just drifts higher. This goes back. I want you to think about this. That's 2011. That's a decade ago. The iPhone was just going, man. I think people misunderstand what you're seeing. This is a monthly chart. Each one of these bars is 1 month. Not a day, not 5 minutes, not 1 minute. The entire fucking month. All 30, 31 days is one little blip on this chart. So that entire month, if you look in, I know you can't look in on YouTube, but if what I circled there, going down, is one consecutive month of stock prices just going down. And you say, yep. And this exchange is moving up and down all day long, man. From the moment that whistle turns on till it turns off. And then there's such a thing as after hours. These are the guys, they can't even take a break. Like you go to dinner, they're sitting there fucking clicking their thumbs. Sell this shit, buy this, 2,000 of these. Oh, wait, what did he tweet? Click. Wait, what was that? Somebody said China. Sell. That's what they're doing. Buy. Wait. Buy. No, sell that. There's people doing that. And then there's people looking at a monthly chart. Warren Buffett doesn't do that. Warren Buffett is a trader, guys. He doesn't trade everything. But some said he trades. He might trade it at a loss. He's like, I'm done with this. I need this money to do this. Look at this. That's scary. Look how many months down that was. 2. So one of the truisms we can see in the charts, if we look, if we back it up, this goes all the way back to 1850. And it drifts higher with moments of catastrophic drops. It's like it climbs stairs up and takes the elevator down, man. And so as I began to step back and look at that, and I said, I wonder, does this work with corn? What about oil? What about bonds? What about gold? What about technology? What about the S&P 500, right? What about the Dow Jones Industrial? It's made up of 30 stocks, right? This right here is the Dow Jones Industrial. This is made up of 30 stocks. You drive by them every day, man. Every day, drive by these stocks. 30 of them in there. You know what they are. Use them. Got them at your house. Probably have them in your car. Science Get Rich says, impression of increase, whether you change your vocation or not, your actions of your present must be those pertaining to the business in which you are now engaged. You can get into the business you want by making constructive use of the business you are already in. Now, I want to show you something. This is the Dollar Tree. What he's saying there in chapter 14, you should do my17steps.com. I'm working on that, making it better. Eventually, at the end, it'll be 17 videos as we go through this book. I think the last one I did, we're still on chapter 5, but this is chapter 14. And he says you can get into the business you want by making constructive use of the business you are already established in. In other words, you have to make effective use of your money to do what it is you want to do. If you want to open a restaurant, you need money. What I began to notice is this pattern, the way price would move. It took me a long time to see this, man, because nobody told me about this. Nobody pointed this out to me. Right? So this husband and wife, I've been showing them charts. All they've never known is this. Think of how many, they don't know. There's a lot of, most people on planet Earth don't know this. Or don't care. I don't know that Warren Buffett cares. It doesn't matter if he cares, right? Who gives a shit? It happens. You can see it. And someone who's new at stocks, here's the weird thing, is they bump into me, and I'm talking about this, right? And if we move over, this is what I'm talking about. Now, here's the funny thing to me, is there's people, I mean, this is what they start with, man. Blows my mind. I had to go through so much shit, lose so much money, listening to the dumbest people with the dumbest ideas and strategies, watching CNBC like that actually means something, watching somebody say something and me thinking I should respond to that. Like watching them serve up trades, watching them serve, you notice China's the bad guy now. It's all bad. You don't think that's being controlled, that narrative? I'm not saying they're not bad, but isn't it funny how they decide these things for you? Oh, interest rates are going lower. And then everyone runs articles. Interest rates are going lower. What did I tell you? You better get long bonds. What do you mean? I mean, you better take the fucking opposite of everybody's agreement. If every one of your friends think the same thing, they're all fucking wrong, I assure you. It never works that way. You're surprised. To catch trend, they're not going to be served up to you on the fucking news and in Reddit and in newspapers and that delay. It's not how it works, man. So people who are smart realize that when something bad happens, they put more bad shit on it and they keep serving it up. And guess what? Markets move based on fear and greed, man. Fear and greed. Fear and greed. Go look at cigarette stocks. And everybody's got their own fear and greed that moves that stock, man. So this is one of the fundamental principles of the money flow is that over time, prices go up. I don't care if it's a penny stock. I don't care what it is. Now, there are derivatives. There are things that don't necessarily play the game because the owners of which don't believe in it. Meaning the thing you play the game with, there has to be some conviction level. There have to be people who want to buy oil in order for oil to go up and down. That's right out of the Science of Getting Rich. In order for us to play this landlord game, there have to be people who want to rent houses. So in order to do business, there has to be people who want to do business. So in other words, if you Are there any people on planet Earth who would like to own Bitcoin? Yes. All right, we can play the game. Right? We could do it with lumber. Let's see. Does a state... So if we come to the money flow, and I'm fast forwarding, but I'm trying to start from the beginning at the same time, trying to talk as if and walk as though and just rack up the whole thing from front to end, beginning to where there is no end. There is no end to the money flow. There is no start. There is no stage one. You just showed up one day in the middle. So you might show up and you go, oh, what's going on? It's a stage 3. It was the day before you got here, and it'll keep going the day after you give up and quit. The market is, man. The market was here the day I was born, and the day I die, fucking Wall Street will open up and exchange, and these things will start going up and down. It don't matter. Why? Because every day there are people who believe in this. All kinds of things. There's all kinds of things people believe in. Let's look at lumber. You know you could trade lumber? Sure you could. I don't trade lumber. What does lumber look like it's doing? Can you see a pattern of the price of lumber? Now you heard about lumber. It was on television. Remember, we're going to have massive inflation. Let me tell you what we're probably not about to have. Massive fucking inflation. Every dumbass in America knows about inflation now. That narrative's been beat. Oh, massive inflation. Really? Because the price of lumber's in a fucking downtrend. Right? All the story's been about inflation, yet the price is coming down. There are plenty of places across America where housing prices are pulling back. Car inventories are catching up, and now there's places that have too many. They're bringing them down. Now, that in and of itself doesn't mean there isn't future inflation. Of course there is. My point is, when the story's inflation and everybody's worried about inflation, and that's the negative story, and that's what everybody's talking about, that's about right there. About the time you should be taking the other side of that. So any trade that is fucking obvious, you probably should be getting rid of it. Or taking your gains in it. You think that could be true for Dogecoin? You ever heard Dogecoin? When everybody in the world has heard of if I could speak, Dogecoin, what do you think it looks like on the chart? You're going to see it go to extremes. When you see this on your chart, it doesn't go much higher. Right? You got a second push. So inside of the money flow, and I'm fast forwarding while we're starting at the beginning, but I'm a fast forward. Just so you know, this is where I'd be selling. And you say, oh, how would you know that? I do it all the time. It's called a chart. That's what this is here. This is the window into the solar price. When you have this, and you got green like this, you start scaling out. Not all of it. It might run and run and run. How high? Don't know. Right now, if we look at Ethereum, you know how many people have asked me, should we be selling Ethereum? I say, how come you don't like the money flow, man? I say, what do you mean? I thought we were talking about the money flow. Why don't you go to the money flow? Why are you asking me? Meaning it was given to you. It came from heaven, delivered to you. Right? I mean, I didn't make it up. It appeared in my head one day. Clear as bell. Playing cards. I tell that story, nobody believes me. But I would been looking for it. You ever heard the prayer like, hey, when the student is ready, the master will appear. You ever heard that? Right. Here's the problem. When the student keeps looking and looking and looking and looking and looking and looking, he ain't ready. In other words, if you find something good and you don't do it, settle in with it, become comfortable, master it, and be able to repeat it to children, and it becomes part of you, you never learned it. You think Michael Jordan's got to think about footstep, forward, aim, pulling elbows, whoop, whoop. Like you think that's how Tiger Woods shoots golf? He's got to remember the fundamentals? No, that's me and you. Hey, dude, back straight, arm down. Look at the... They don't do that. You know why they don't do that? Because they've done it so many times, over and over and over and over. So Tiger didn't go, oh, look, a baseball. Hey, let's go hit grapefruits with a... Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, he was trying to master what he was doing. Man, I wish you would master the money flow. Oh, you say, but I do. You ain't lying to me, bro. The universe is watching. Whether you change your vocation or not, your actions for the present must be pertaining to the business in which you are now engaged. You can get into any business you want by making constructive use of the business you're already in, by doing your work in a certain way. And insofar as your business consists in dealing with other men. Now, if you've ever listened to me, some of my teachings on Instagram, what do I say? All of the money you want is in the pockets, purses, wallets, checkbooks, and credit cards of other people. This is going up based on greed right now. Fear and greed move these markets. What does fear look like? Oh, that's easy to spot. Price goes straight down. About the time that starts happening, you need to start thinking the other way. And about the time it starts to run up, you need to start preparing your exit plan, if that was the plan. In other words, when crypto is safe and good to go and everybody should be in it, and it's time, like that'll be the stage 3. That'll be stage 3. Hey, let me let you in on something. When you're dead, they're going to be doing these stage 2s, 1s, and 3s. In other words, once something has been accepted, it stays, man. So it doesn't matter if you like Bitcoin, don't like Bitcoin. Nobody cares. We're going to trade it tomorrow. You guys say, I'm not into Bitcoin. It doesn't matter. We're going to fucking trade it tomorrow, whether you're into it or not. Whether I'm into it or not. People are going to get up and do it. Now, here's this strange thing. If you notice, do you start to see that pattern? Right? You start to see that price pattern. See it? They say, does crypto work with the money flow? Yeah, dude. You might not, but it does. Always a wise guy. Is there any reason you should be selling this? If you've read the money flow and you're in the money flow, and I don't mean no bullshit, I'm barely not really, Gerald, because I'm fucking doing this over here, and I'm day trading during the day, and I'm doing this. Like, I mean, you're really in the fucking money flow. Not half-assed, not scattered-brained, not doing 50 fucking other things. Like, you're in the money flow on Ethereum right now. Right? Are you? I don't know. So if you were swing trading it, we'd have to define how we were trading it. I know people in this, they ain't even fucking done that. They ain't taken 5 minutes to define what it is they're doing. There's different ways of trading, man. There's different types of traders. There's different amounts of money you might want to make. And I don't know you. And until you clarify what it is you're doing, then none of this shit helps you. Because I don't know your time frame. The target is the previous high, right? So we got 2 targets. And we got our RSI over here. Right? Now here's the thing. There's people in the money flow right now. They're not thinking that shit, man. They're talking about, oh, it's going to 20,000. I say, really? Oh, Ethereum's going to 20,000. Shut the fuck up. You have no idea. You have no idea. I don't have any idea. I don't know where it's going. Right? It could go to fucking 100,000. I don't know. What is that? It's what is it doing right now? They say it goes to 100. Like, why are we so far down the road that we done left the money flow? So, what should we be doing here? What does that look like? If you're looking at this, what do you see? Guys said, Joe, you think we should sell some? Do you see a sell signal? Do you? I mean, I don't know. Does it look like it's going down? Nope. It's gone straight up, right? If you're swing trading it, you hit your target right there. Now what? Let it be. Got your extreme. What do? Let it go. Where's the next target? Right there. Let it run. I don't know. It might be 6 years before this thing's 20,000. And it goes to 20,000. It'll go sideways, it'll run up, then it'll spend 4 months going sideways. Oh, then it breaks down, then it starts to go. So let's say we run up and we tag this and then we pull back, like, this pulls back and then this becomes the new support and this thing plays out, man. And Ethereum's going to trade whether you do or not. And when you're dead, it'll probably be trading. And there'll be dudes arguing. It's too high. It's too low. China, whatever bullshit directive thing is narrative that's running the market. Interest rates are going up. Economies, blah, 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 blah. Right? All that is just nonsense. Nonsense. They don't know shit. That's a truism of the money flow. So let's back up ETH to over time, things go up. This is a truth of the money flow. If you don't believe this, you're not in the money flow. You're doing something else. Okay? If you don't believe Jesus died for your sins, you're not a Christian. You're something else. Okay? If you don't believe in Muhammad, you're not a Muslim. You're something else. Everything has truisms, man. Right? Cultures, ethnic groups. There's going to be truisms within all of that. Religions, business. Prices move up due to inflation, due to all kinds. You say, well, that's Ethereum. That doesn't work with everything. All right, I don't know. Let's look. What about, what's a good one? Tesla. That has bad days. That was down 2% the other day. Does it move in these patterns? Let's back it up, man. Look at that. Looks like it. Looks like over time it goes up. You say, yeah, but not Snapchat. Okay. All right. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Things go up. So that became a truism. And so that becomes part of the trading principles, the philosophy. And the guy says, which stock? Man, it don't matter which stock, man. That's not your fucking problem. It's not your problem isn't going to be which stock to pick. That's not hard, man. That's not hard. It doesn't matter what stock you pick if you don't understand the movement of stocks. So what stock is it? Just fucking flip a coin, man. Like, I mean, the reason I teach the dogs of the Dow is it gives you 20 stocks that move in a pattern. Like the idea there is you're not going to blow out, man. You understand that, right? The dogs of the Dow has consistently returned returns for like 100 years. Before you were here, it worked. And after you die, it'll work. It's just what you're doing in the middle of it, man. And it's going to move sideways. It's going to run up, move sideways, come down. All of the stocks inside of there, different factors are going to move it. So when a guy says, hey, I don't know which, what do you think about Dogecoin? Okay, it's breaking out. Look. Right there. There's your move. Just like the other ones. All right, where's your target? Probably up here in 35 range. But what does this teach him? Here's my problem with this. When you're new, I'm excited that it brought people into the markets, makes them think about it, makes them realize they don't know shit. That's right. Could it go back to here? Yeah, it's been there before. No big deal. I can show you a map or a plan on how to trade Doge. I mean, come on, this is not complicated. Look, when this broke out over here, you just let it run, just like we're doing with Ethereum. When did you take it off? It hasn't even shown it. Look, every top looks the same. Price stops going higher. And then you get 3 or 4 bars where it goes sideways and it builds a box. And based on that box, right, does it on the downside, based on the box, you can begin to make a determination. There's your stage 1. It's going to go up. Eventually, it's going to stop and create a box, man. That is the money flow, man. Not what stock or what this or AMC. People like, what about the AMC short? I just want to fucking puke in my mouth. What about position sizes, dude? Why don't we? That's what we need to talk about. These stocks are easy. Go find them. You can go here, Google 10 meme stocks. Go put them in a file. Come over here, click edit. Come over here and click new list. I have a whole course on this. Click that button, right? When you click that button, give it a name. All right, let's go. What do we want to call this? 10 meme stocks, right? Hit enter. Now we got it list. We come over here, click mini. Now, if you don't know this and you still got $40 in your pocket, you should have bought my, I don't know, man. Now I'm just getting mad. Now you've pissed me off during church service because you're greedy. So let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Could we find 10 meme stocks? Let's see. Come through here. All right, let's click 10 meme stocks. That was too long ago, but we could look at this. I'm just going to show you as an example. I don't like when this was written. Now we're going to go over here and we're going to grab them all. All right, we're going to grab all these. PUMB, PB, what? PU, was it? PUBM. PUBM, comma. We'll just grab 2 of these for this. 3 of them. Clove. Oh, we know that one. Clove. Click it, right? Now come over here. Let's keep, that's enough. This site's fucking corrupt, filled with fucking. So now we got 10. Let's add another. What's another? We'll go with this. Add chart. Now come over here. Let's put in a SPY. Let's go to 10 meme stocks. Pull them up. All right, let's click view all. All right, now we're going to run through our meme stocks. We could have all 10. Or you could just Google stocks Reddit's watching. Bro, this is not complicated. Now, many years ago, I discovered a pattern. And nobody showed me this pattern like I'm showing you, right? This is from God, man. That's how it got in my head. That's an easy top, right? There's your stage 3, and there's your stage 1. And this pattern that everyone takes for fucking granted because it was just handed to you without doing any work. So imagine if you didn't know this, Chris Johnson didn't share it with you, right? Somebody else didn't share it with you. You get to spend all kinds of other things trying to figure out shit, okay? And what I just got figured out is this thing is fractal. This is being played out on a weekly chart. This is when I first heard about it. Was a guy by the name of Stan Weinstein. Stan Weinstein, Bible says God sends angels unaware. See, he doesn't give you money. He gives you concepts. And I'm like, man, I got to get my trading better. Chaos to cash, man. I got to get this shit right. And I'm trying different stupid strategies and GAN fans and other dumb moving average strategies and this and that and this combination. Anything outside of myself, anything that's not me. It's got to be something. It's got to be something other than me. It can't be me. Surely I haven't been given the ability to know. And as I look at Clove, I could see the pattern emerge. We just randomly grabbed this. I had no idea what that article would say. So if I'm looking at this pattern here, and I'm inside the money flow, and I want to trade some meme stocks, I'm going to follow how many? Well, if you wanted to go fishing and catch some catfish, how many poles do you want to put in the water? And you say, well, I can legally put 4, but then you should at least put 5. The cops show up, you just drop one of them in the water. You never done that? In other words, just a little bit more. By doing your daily work in a certain way, insofar as your business consists in dealing with other men, whether personally or by letter, the key thought of all your efforts must be to convey to their minds the impression of increase. Increase is what all men and women are seeking. It is the urge of formless intelligence within them seeking fuller expression. So when you meet a person who doesn't want to be a little bit more prosperous, who doesn't want to have a little bit more money, who doesn't want to be a little bit more, do a little bit more, go a little bit more, and you're talking to a strange person. They're living against the universe, man. That plays out inside of the stock market. This stock wants to go higher. All stocks want to go higher. The natural drift or the pull is to push them higher. But sometimes they got to go down first. That's just the way it works. That's a stage 1 right there in Clove. And there's rules to the stage 1, right? What's the other one? Meme stock here. Oh, come on, man. Come on, man. Look at this little breakout we got going. Maybe we put SoFi on there, huh? Oh my God, Gerald, that looks like your pattern. I know. It was put in my brain about 16 years ago as I sat playing cards. After I've been studying, maybe it's 15 years ago. And I've been just studying charts and day trading and doing futures and fucking trying to do options and leaps and calls and condors and reading all this stuff and taking in all this information, and I'm looking at Fibonacci ratios and stochastics and blah, 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 and blah, 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 blah. And I'm looking at moon cycles and patterns, and you say moon cycles. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Moon cycles, dude. Where you would take full moons. There's people that do this for commodities, and they find the full moon day and they mark it on their chart. See, you were given a very blessing. Someone came to you and just showed you how the market moves. It's up to you to fuck it up and not do it, not take it to the next level, not understand portfolio management, having shit in different sectors. Like getting your mind around, if I own 22 junior biotechs, when biotechs go down, my entire account's going down. Like at some point we have to move from, or decide that's what we want to do. But when it happens, don't be shocked. If all my stocks are in oil stocks, XLE, miner, junior miner explorers, drillers offshore, the store, like it's all in one sector, and that whole sector goes down, guess what's going to happen? All your money's going down. Duh. The money flow's bigger than this shit, man. It's bigger than what stock to pick. You Google it. Like, this pisses me off. Let's go. Top 20 stocks. Like, I can't figure out how to pick stocks. I know, your fingers are broken, I guess. Okay? So we come over here, and I can almost guarantee you within 10 fucking minutes, we will have a stock list of 10 killer stocks. Let's look at this. Where is this? Let's see. Banana. I hate to click this. It's just going to be ads, dude. And I come over here, and look. They say T-Zoo. I don't even know what the fuck that is. Let's pull that up. T-Zoo. All right. Let's say T-Zoo. All right, guys. I don't like the chart, but okay. Can we start to create the money flow out of this? Yeah. I don't like how jumpy this is just right off the bat. This is a NASDAQ stock, T-Zoo. I don't know what the fuck this is. $14. So if I have tip ranks, let's see, tip ranks. You say, how could you not know that? I don't know every stock in the world, man. I know a lot of them. I probably follow 150 a day. Let's say T-Zoo. What are they? Wait. Did I just find a stock in 30 seconds? No, what was that, 20 seconds? No, 15 seconds. That has a 20. Look at this. I don't know. I can't figure out how to pick stocks. So, what if we believed over time stocks go up? I don't know this. You know this company? I don't know this company. I don't know shit about this, but I pay for this service to help me narrow it down. Is this stock worth investigating? Well, let's see. There's really only 3 people that follow it. I've never heard of this shop. I've never heard of this shop. Wait, are you saying you might know the shop? Yeah, man. Money flow, baby. So before you go waste your fucking time learning about other strategies and other things, why don't you figure out who this is? Like, spend some time in the money flow, man. Like, who is this guy? I don't know. Let's go look. Wouldn't this process help you more? Like spending time on this, figuring this out. Like, how can we trust these guys? Who is that? I don't know that guy. Go look, man. You utilize this service, this thing, whatever one you're using, Morningstar, Tip Rank, Stock Rank. People, how can you pick? Google it. It's not a fucking secret, okay? So very quickly, we just found, now the money flow would tell you what? How prices move. Can price go where it was before? Yeah. Is there anybody on planet Earth that thinks this is worth more than $17? Yeah. There's a couple dudes right there, right? Where are we at? Now, what else could we do? And let's go read up on this. I don't even know what they do. Do you know what they do? And you start looking. You're like, yeah, this is a real legit business, man. This could go higher. Oh, all right. I don't need 24. I just need 17 if I'm trading. Come on, man. That just drained my soul. If you had to learn what I lost $70,000 trying to figure that out right there. I just come on here and give it to you. Fuck is wrong with me? Fuck. Take it for granted. Fuck. Let's go look at something else. You must have it before you can give it, and many people fail to impress thinking substance because they have themselves only a vague and misty concept of the things they want to do, to have, or to become, thinking in a certain way. The purpose of the money flow is to change the way you think, man. The reason I started giving away my first book for free, because I realized I couldn't make people traders when they were fucking broke all the time. They were going to quit on me. Down moves would seem like bad things instead of good things. Bitcoin dropping 50% would be scary and not an opportunity. See, when you're rich and you don't need the money, you don't need it, you begin to see these as different. When Tizu, I don't even know what that is, goes into a decline, you're like, cool. These dummies are selling this. It's actually worth, what did they say? Let's pretend this is correct. It's worth $24. What was the best day to buy it? We don't even know the stock, man. So if I go get your kids and I say, hey, you want to buy this for cheap and you want to sell it for higher, could you tell me where was the worst day to buy it and where's the best day? They go, yeah. They get a crayon. They go, that looks like the best day if you're trying to sell it for higher, right? If you're trying to sell it for up here. And I bet they'd say, well, the worst place to have bought it would have been right here. I just showed your kids the money flow with a crayon. Print these charts off, man. Print them off. And walk through this game I just said with you. There's the high, there's the low, right? What do they think it's worth? Where's an area that it's been before? That's called resistance, right? What do we call it? A target. Where did you say, well, that can't work? Okay. Where did Ethereum stop? Right near where it stopped before. It's blown through it, right? And if it comes back into here, stopped where it was before, right? Seems pretty normal. If it stays above this, guess what? Guess where I think it's going? Where it was before. I just assume it. That's the rules, man. I'm not looking for any controversy, different information. I'm not looking to change it. That's where it's going. Ain't nothing to think about. If it moves a little higher and then turns and suddenly comes back here and you're, well, I knew I should. No, stay in the money flow, man. It's not a one-time fucking event. It's for the rest of your life. It's only a one-time event when you've decided I'm out of this. I don't want to own this anymore. Okay, well, you and the money flow are over with that stock. What's one? Where's ramp? Day one of a breakout, right? Up 22%. Where did it stop? Where it was before, basically. Look, it's going to have problems in here. Stop. What do you think it'll do here? Probably going to stop, right? If it goes through there, where are we headed to? The next one. You think it's going to do it in one day? No. What is it worth? Pull it up. $87. Now, when it gets to $87, I don't know if you'll be there. You might have other shit in your head. You got other things going on. You must have it before you can give it. Many people fail to impress thinking stuff because they have themselves only a vague and misty concept of the things they want to do, to have, and to become. It is not enough that you should have a general desire for wealth to do good with. Everybody has that desire. It is not enough that you should have a wish to travel and see things, live more, etc. Everybody has those desires. If you're going to send a wireless message to a friend, you would not send letters of the alphabet in any order and let him try to construct the message for him or herself, nor would you take words randomly out of the dictionary. In other words, these aren't random fucking thoughts, right? These price targets, when we're trading inside of the money flow, there's shit you're reading, right? There's fundamentals, there's beliefs, there's underlying beliefs that over time, if we look at the S&P, it goes up. Look at the weekly chart. What does it do? It goes up, right? With periods of price movements down. We back it up to a monthly. Prices go up. So if you have this fundamental belief, it's not shaken. So when a guy says, well, don't you think the economy, blah, 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 in housing, blah, 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 like, okay, I have no idea what you're talking about. Well, Gerald, according to YouTube, housing is due a severe correction. Really? Yes. Why? Brr, 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 brr. Okay. But in the meantime, I'm going to go look for houses to buy, okay? And if I can get them, I'm going to buy them. And if they get in my price range and I can rent them for a profit, I'm going to buy them even though there could be a correction. Meaning, I'm looking for stocks. If the market's going up, I'm looking for stocks that could go up. Not complicated. If you bring something else in at any point along this fucking line that doesn't support that theme, like, I don't know, some bizarre flop, you read, well, dude, they're printing a lot of money. I mean, okay, and? Well, it's going to correct or crash. Maybe. I don't know. It's not, though. Like, why are we talking about something that's not happening? So when it's not happening, we're going to do something about it. And when it does happen, what's the plan? So it's like you're on vacation and now you're thinking about getting back to work. And when you're at work, you're thinking about vacation. So you're shitty at work and you're shitty on vacation. You might just want to be where you're at. Science of Getting Rich talks about doing things in a certain way. So what this concept of, if stocks, they want to go up, all of them. You say, well, the moment you don't believe that, you're doing something else. You're not in the money flow. They want to go up. And when they break one level, they go to the next one. You say, well, what if they don't? Okay, then we deal with it then. But in the mean fucking time, sir, as it goes up, I assume it keeps going to the next one. So once I've pounded this into my brain over and over with chart after chart, fucking sector to sector, different thing of different thing. And I began to accumulate these things inside of my portfolio that are valuable that I don't believe are going to zero. So zero's off the table. Now it's just how do I move the fucking chess pieces around? And so as you're playing chess, you could play by the rules of chess, or you could let someone walk up and whisper in your ear. That guy's not playing the game. The guy across the thing's playing the game with you. But now you've taken information from this guy who's not even in the fucking game on how you should respond to the game. That could be your mother, your wife, your girlfriend, your boyfriend. They're not playing the game. What the fuck do they know? You know what I mean? People give me advice on stocks, and I'm like, how many stocks do you own? Zero. Shut the fuck up. Why would I listen to that guy? Why would I listen to my neighbor doesn't own 16 houses. None. He owns none. He owns his house. And literally 3 days ago, I'm talking to him, and he's talking to me about a housing crisis, a crash in housing. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And he starts talking to me about this article. And I'm, okay. I mean, how do you quantify that, dude? Like, how do you see it? And I asked him, I said, you ever heard of the X8, what is it, XBI, what's the housing one, XBI? No, it's not XBI, is it? That's the biotechs. Hold on just a second. I just drew a blank. Oh, there it is. There's one. XHB is what I was talking about. This is the S&P Home Builders ETF. So as I'm having this conversation with a normal man about the economy, this guy votes, by the way. Like, some people actually want the dumbest people to vote, not the smartest. We live in a society where we're actually afraid of smart people and rich people. It's fucking crazy. Here's the bizarre thing about that. I'm having this conversation with someone, and I said, I don't know, maybe, I don't know. Like, let's just have a conversation. Maybe really dumb people shouldn't vote. I don't know how to determine that. I don't know what that means. And they were like shocked. And I'm like, I'm just saying, when I go to YouTube and I go to look up shit, I don't go, hey, let me find the dumbest guy and see what he says about real estate. Let me go to a guy who knows nothing about the economy and let him decide the economy. I mean, like, let's do that. They can't manage their own checkbook, but they're going to run the fucking country. And I began to think, in life, I don't do that. With my business, I don't do that. In my business, I don't go, let's find the worst mediocre accountant we can possibly find. Nobody does that, man. But when it comes to these things, oh, they weigh in. Your uncle weighs in. So as I'm listening, the real estate sector, and I'm listening to this coming real estate crash, and I'm like, really? You want to be in real estate, son? Yeah. Then you should understand the XLRE or the HBI. That's real estate, man. That's real estate. This is, you go look this up. This is the people fucking building houses. Probably got Home Depot in here and got Lowe's in here. Like, you can construct there's all kinds of shit that plays around real estate, right? It's not just fucking house prices. So as we start digging into this, look, okay, I thought you wanted to be in real estate. Well, I can't find no houses. Okay, well, you could find this. When it breaks out above the green line, you buy some. I don't know. Gerald, are you saying this goes up over time? Yes, that's what I'm saying. Let's back it up to a weekly. All right. Now, I just told you one of the fundamental beliefs that the money flow, this is just handed to me by somebody on here. Over time, shit goes up. Every once in a while, it goes down. And whenever it goes down, gives you a chance to go back up. So if you believe over time things go up, if you can get in after things go down, what does that do? All right. So does this look like a crash to you? No. So he's making bets on complete fucking speculate, like it's just in his brain. Like, I don't know who put it there. An article. Is this overbought right now? Yeah, look how high it is. Where's it probably going to go? Do you see how once you understand this, You don't have conversation. You don't need, your conversations change, man. So when I talk to a guy who talks to me about the economy, I know this, he doesn't know what the fuck he is talking about. If I asked him what ETF has to do with that, he probably does not know. And I'd say, well, you know how to hedge yourself in that? I mean, if you really think there's going to be like fucking short this, man, there's an inverse to this. You could leverage this. Right? With your knowledge of impending doom. Virtually all broke people think there's a coming crash and the world's going to shit. This is a constant theme since I was fucking 20 years old. There's a coming crash that's going to wipe it out and take it all. And once you learn this, you realize how fucking stupid that is. Doesn't mean shit can't sell off, but you begin to see it differently. Let's see. A lot of people wishing they'd have bought more Bitcoin. It's only gone up 35% in like 2 weeks, right? That ain't a big move. Come on, man. Let's see. What else? I don't know. I don't even trade Apple. Does Apple move inside of the money flow? Let's see. Right. So what do we have forming here? Stage 3. Stage 3. Normal market movement. There's your breakout, runs up. Yeah, if you're trading it, you might want to downsize. If you own it and you're buy and hold, is this a buying opportunity for you right now? No. This is not what it looks like. It looks like that. Like we got to get some of this. And then go sideways, right? Down and then sideways. Down and then what? Sideways. That's what it looks like. Man, the markets change for you when you get into this. And as I show a guy this, he thinks there's something else he should go look at. Well, I had a guy yesterday. What do you think about using an 18-day moving average? I'm like, you don't think I ever thought of that in 21 years? Do you think I never thought of changing the green line? You don't think I ever thought of coming over here? I mean, it never occurred to me. And put in 18 and hit that button. I never thought of that. I wrote an entire book. Never occurred to me I could do that. As a matter of fact, I've written 3 books and 2 courses on trading. Never occurred to me to change the number. Of course I fucking did, dude. Like, could you settle in for a second? Could you just go with it for a minute? So if you get coached and the coach shows up and he gives you a play, why don't we run the play a few times? Before you turn to the coach and go, Coach, I think I could do it better. I know I just got here, but I got a better idea. What if we blah, 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 blah. And the guy said, you sound narcissistic. Okay. I thought you wanted to be coached. I thought that's why you came in. I thought that's why you were here. I thought that was the whole point. Apparently not. Apparently it was to take my 21 years of research and change it. Let's add something to it, Gerald. I'm here now. Let's add this. If you add this, it'll be better. I know you said 70. Let's do 65. Just because I'm here now. We'll do 65. That's how it goes, man. Whenever you train or teach or try to educate people, this is what happens. Not all of them. Most of them. They can't go 90 fucking days just doing it the money flow way. Without fucking with it, without changing something, without day trading, without putting on, they just can't fucking do it. They can't just manage a portfolio, get 20, 30 stocks, start playing the chess game, move them around, have money to go short if the NASDAQ does sell off, like get the bond, like build the thing out. Put the infrastructure together for you to prosper. It's not how much money can I make this week. Nobody fucking cares. You're doing this for life. The goal is to build it out. It's going to take time. It's going to take time. It takes time. It took me 7 years to put all the shit together that I'm showing so I could go through loss and strategies and systems and ways to finally realize, do you know what happens every time Apple breaks above this green line? Not every time, but most of the times. and then it hits a 70 RSI. This right here came from fucking heaven, from my mouth to your ears. And I just saved you years of heartache and pain of how stocks move. And that's completely taken for fucking granted. It's like, oh yeah, look, it's on my phone. Yeah, no shit. We used to draw these by hand. They used to take a pencil on graph paper and draw them out by hand, writing in, taking a pen and drawing this on graph paper. And people today will go, hey, you think we could look at these automatically faster somehow? Like I wouldn't have to actually look at it. Somebody else would look at it for me. That's where we've come. To fucking hand drawing the indicator on a chart. I can't show you. That's where we were. So the guys that created these indicators, they calculated it on a calculator. This is math, dude. Now I'm getting pissed. I'm getting real fucking mad. RSI mathematic calculations. RSI calculation. Let's do this. You see this? You understand this? You ever looked at this? You ever printed this off? You ever did that calculation by hand? So used to, that's what you did. This fucking website's taking over my damn computer. You would calculate that by hand. This. Gift from God. It's been handed to you. You just look at it. In 1 second, you know where it's at. They used to take that shit, calculate it by hand, fucking hand draw it on here. And we're like, yeah, I can't. Can someone else do that for me? Can we outsource that too? Like, that's where we're at. This is how fucking detached we are from stocks. It's like, hey, my kid's diaper needs to be changed. Can someone else do that for me? My time is valuable. And they lose the money flow, man, because they detach themselves from this movement of up and down and up and down and watching it. I'm going to come back. They're going to end the video so I can save this to Instagram, get a drink of coffee. And I hate leaving mad in church, man. We'll be back. It pissed me off. YouTube. We can't end like that. Yes, 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 yes. The ownership of money and property comes because of doing things in a certain way. Those who do things in a certain way, whether on purpose or accidentally, get rich, while those who do not do things in a certain way, no matter how hard they work or how able they are, remain poor. It is the natural law that like causes always produce like effects, and therefore any man or woman who learns to do things in a certain way will infallibly get rich. So the millionaire code, time times amount times yield, amount. So in order to make more trading, you got to put in more to trade. It's an ongoing thing. Let's see. Stop that. Let's see. Look at SoFi. This is a new swing trade. I know a lot of people are in this one. I don't like that part. It's a perfect pattern though, right? Same thing we see with Apple here. Sideways up, sideways down, sideways, and then we're hoping for the big move up. So that's what we're seeing build here. And we could look at our base and we say, you know, has it ever been here before? Yeah, I mean, look at this. So as you begin to read support and trust it, you know, what's your trust level? There's our target range. I would print this off and play with these indicators, you know, like, look at that. Whenever I get that extreme RSI, I'm looking for that pivot point. I've never heard anybody call it this. I'm sure they call it something. But that day right there, see, I went to the Wall Street Trappers thing. They're live. And they talk. Blah, 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 blah. But nobody showed that. And if you'd have showed me that, I would have left there with something valuable. Now I know anchor points. Nobody showed us anchor points. They just blah, 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 blah. But this, that is an actual tool that you can put in your tool belt. It's an anchor point. And an anchor point establishes the box. And the box establishes, I wish you were sitting beside me. I wish we could do this one-on-one, man. Like we just sit down. And all you guys that think you know the money flow, you take me through it. You teach me, sir. Here's a marker. I'm going to sit down in this chair. You fucking educate me. And don't give me some bullshit about the breakout above the 20. You take it deeper than that, sir. So when it says pillar number 7, focus on the big picture, what does that mean? How does that apply to this game? You got my 10 pillars, right? I know. You figured out the money flow. 90 days later, you got it down. You're off looking at something else. You got it so figured out, you got time to study other shit. You got it so down. You've learned it so well, there's no point in really spending a lot more time on it. I mean, why study position sizing? Why buy 3 books on position sizing and spend the next 90 days working on that when I could go look at another strategy or look for a stock pick? What are you buying? Maybe I'll buy that. So instead of spending some time on building out my portfolio and position sizing, not really worrying if I make money, I just want to know that I'm laying the foundation to do this for the rest of my life. It's like the guy buys one house looking at a trailer park. I mean, we ain't even got going on this. Scattered all over the place. And you say, well, I'm just trying to learn a bunch of things. That's not how you learn, sir. You don't learn to play golf by playing baseball. Oh, wait, did I just drop a truism that fucked everybody up? Yeah, but Gerald, I don't want to master it. I like to live in my state of confusion because I am so smart. I can learn everything and be a master at all of it. Because the most famous options traders, they also do this. No, they don't. You know what they do? Fucking options. That's it. You want to trade fucking options? Then trade options. Shut the fuck up. Just do that. And learn that. It's going to take you 3 years to get good at that, man. That's why that stuff pisses me off, because it means you're devoting mind power to something else when you haven't mastered this, man. This was fucking just handed to you. And that's how people treat it. And it fucking drives me crazy, man. What to trade? What to trade? That's one of the things you have to decide. If you read the money flow that everyone's mastered so well, they're off to other things, that it talks about what to trade. So if you come into here and I go to you, and on my earlier when I said, let's trade meme stocks, I can go find 20 meme stocks. Let's put all of them into a folder. And when they break out, we'll buy them. And we'll set targets, let people run them up. We take our money off. Shit ain't complicated. But you can master this. You can crush this for the rest of your life when you learn the money flow, man. And I mean really, 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 really learn it. Really learn it. Really learn it. Like if I hand you a marker, you teach me something. Not the Wyckoff fucking theory. That's not what I want you to teach me. I don't need a stock pick. You guys think I need stocks? I need a stock, sir. No, I don't need a fucking stock. I follow all stocks. You get what I'm saying there? I don't need a stock from somebody. I follow all. There's not stocks you're following I don't know about. Like when you're serious about this, every fucking day you wake up to do this, I literally go through where are bonds, and I'm looking at this and I'm staring at this right now. And I'm looking at this and I'm going, okay, where's stage one? On every fucking thing, every day, day after day, week after week, year after year. Do you think there's stock? Well, I didn't even know about that stock. Do you think me picking what stock, do you think that had anything to do with building wealth in the stock market? That it was the picks? The picks aren't the problem. All stocks go up. The pick isn't the thing. It's the sizing. How many shares should I buy? How many other positions do I have? Right? I've clearly defined the type of trader that I am. Right? When I enter the trade, this is a swing trade, position trade? Is this a core position? What is the true value? What size am I going to take? What sector is this in? Do I have too many stocks already in this sector and I'm just fucking chasing money and being greedy and buying more, and now I'm all loaded up and I'm all out of whack? Like, who is the risk manager for you, man? Who's stepping back looking at what you're doing? And I would say the same to you guys that are all in crypto. All right, good luck. I love crypto. I'm in crypto. I didn't sell 16 fucking houses to buy Ethereum. It's a different business, meaning I have money in Ethereum. Good. I hope it goes up. Shit, I hope it goes down. Right? I'm trying to build this out, man, to play this game forever. It's not a one-time event. It don't matter which one. That's not your problem. Which one? It's reading the stages and having the ability to actually do it every day. Most you would be lying. If I handed you the marker, you'd be like, oh, I've been in this for 9 months. I don't know, Gerald. So if I said, all right, give me the 11 stages of the 11 sectors of the S&P 500. You've been trading for a fucking year. You don't know the 11 sectors of the S&P 500? And Guy'd say no. All right, give me the marker back. Next. And as we go through, what if we held ourselves to this standard? And you say, well, I can't do that. You could if you didn't look at other shit. You could if you weren't a scatterbrain. Yeah, it's going to be hard for you to do that with me when you're in a fucking Reddit group spending half your day listening to the bullshit they say and the things they're putting in your head that have nothing to do with the money flow. Yeah, it's going to be hard for you to be in tune with bonds. when all you do is chase meme stocks. It's going to be hard for you to be in tune with gold or Bitcoin. There's not going to be space in your brain for it, right? Because you're looking at other shit before you master this shit, man. I don't know who needs to hear that. Some of you are like, what is this guy talking about? I'm not talking to you then. I'm talking to the guy whose fucking brain is scattered. So while he's cheating on me, wasting our friendship and time learning, and I have people get mad, like, I wish you wouldn't talk like that. I wish you were fucking serious. That's what I wish. I wish you knew this better than I do, because I don't think you do. I think if I invited you to my house, said, here's a marker, sir. I want you to break down the big picture. I want you to break down all the sectors, the indexes. I want to go through them all. Let's look at the big 5 or 6, the top 10 or 15 stocks in each sector. Oh, I thought you knew the money flow. We're going to talk about position sizes. We're going to talk about targets and limits and stops and different types of stocks, right? Right? We can do all that. Oh, no. We're looking at the death cross. I'm sorry. Yeah, let's waste our fucking brain there. One day we're going to learn this whole thing, man. One day I'm going to get one student. I just want one before I die. Just one person. Just one. That defended it, that understood it, that flowed in it, that was in it all the time. And I don't mean you got 5 fucking grand in and you're excited to be trading. Don't give me that, okay? I get it. I was there too, man. I'm talking about you got $1 million in. You got $1 million in. You got 50, 60 positions. Some are swing trades, right? You got 100,000 in REITs. You've built out the dividend thing. Yeah, you can chase meme stock. That's cool, but you're doing it inside a controlled setting, not out of scattered fucking brain. It's because you pulled up 20 into a chart. So I come over here and I say ARK funds, right? But what's inside the ARK fund? Oh, wait. Let's click view all. What if we did this, man? We just started going through. What the hell is this stock? Some over-the-counter stock. Wait. Did Kathy Woods do all of our research and we could buy stage 1s? Right there? Yeah. I don't know if you believed in the money flow. Let's see. Amazon. Let's go down the list. API. Never even heard of this shit. But now I'm kind of interested, right? It's building this stage 1. What is API worth? Let's see. API. Whoa. $56. Huh. API. So this is Kathy Woods. This is Kathy Woods' portfolio. And a guy says to me, how do you pick stocks? Get in the money flow? I don't know what else. I don't know what you call it. I know what I call it. Oh, man. I'm looking for one defender. I just need one. I need one guy that masters the money flow. He's in the money flow, understands the money flow. Not at this bullshit level like most people. Not at a level where they don't even give a fuck about other things. They don't even look. They're watching everything. No one thing isn't, and they're just watching it. Look, there's a stage 1 in BABA. What's BABA worth? Everybody's scared right now. Chinese stocks, you probably should be looking at them. 40% higher. And I don't even like Chinese stocks. But I almost about to make an exception because so many of you guys hate them. That makes me like them. Whatever other people like, do the opposite. Most people are stupid and not successful traders. Most of the people you meet do not have $1 million. Very few of you have $1 million. Very few people are managing $1 million for themselves every day in the market, watching oil, watching gold, watching bonds, watching the Qs, watching penny stocks, watching REITs, watching business development companies, looking at rates, and they're doing it every day, day in, day out, 5 days. Very few people. You don't have any friends doing that. Not one of your friends looks at the market like I do. You would be a rare person. Not one. Not one person. None of you have a friend. Maybe one or two. I mean, possibly. possibly, because they're just addicted to stocks. And so you have communities. I'm not talking about online friends. I'm talking about people you went to fucking high school with, your uncle, real people around you in your life right now, at your job, real human beings. They may know, I'm not talking about they know about Dogecoin and 10 meme stocks. I'm talking about they understand the intricacies of the stock market. They understand what's going on right now with Chinese stocks. Not at a superficial level. They're looking at the FXI right now as a possibility. And you say, well, I don't like China. Okay, well, then I'm not talking to you. Sit the fuck down. I'm talking to the people. So if we come over here, we could go look, and I'm using this as an example. This could be oil. This could be Bitcoin. This is getting crushed. Your response, I have people who got in the trade with me, and now they're out. Okay. I thought you were going to let me teach you. What was the point? Why bother meeting me? Was it just to upset me? Waste my fucking time? And the guy says, wow. Like, I said, yeah, I thought we were being serious, man. Like, I thought that was the point. Maybe not. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to slow you down. I thought the point was seeing the big picture. Like, we're going to play this out. Like, we have a rare opportunity right now. Look how low this is. Look how far this is below the 200. I thought we were really, I mean, I just thought we wanted to trade together, man. I thought we were trying to do something here. I thought we were going to take my 21 years and bring it into your mind as fast as you could, man. But I didn't know you would break weak. I didn't know, like, it confuses me. I didn't know what we were doing. And whenever I say this, I get the guy, oh, you're so narcissistic. And he's like, no, I'm right. I'm trying to help you, man. I just need one fucking human on planet Earth to follow the money flow and stay with it. Just stay there, man. Don't get out of it. Don't listen to other, like, be in it. Look at all of it. You can chase everything, right? Once you learn that. So let's look at oil for a second. Let's look at oil. Let me ask you a question. Oh, let's see. Look at this. I can't pull up the daily now. Look at this big sell-off. So if we're just looking at this, the best time to have bought it, I mean, just obviously, right? Back in here. And the worst time, obviously, up in here. And now this is where we are now. Right? Previous high. So if we're looking at something like China, for instance, now if you got some weird ass political, if you've decided to let Fox News decide to tell you what to trade based on your fucking patriotism, I get it, man. Whatever. I'm trying to make money right now. I get it. There's people that don't like cigarette stocks. I get it. I like them. All right? Whatever. There's people, well, I can't trade oil because I'm into electricity. All right, fine. Go do that. Whatever. This is where we're at, right? It's moving down. It don't matter what stock. Has it ever stopped here before? Yeah, I mean, it stopped, bounced off. We'll see, right? We shall see. But I wish we could be I wish we were in the money flow, man. I feel like a lot of times we're out of the money flow. Which, the long way. Let's look at bingo. Breaking out, right? Stamps out of business, bro. What the fuck are you talking about stamps? It's over. There's our breakout. Where's our first target? 850. Yeah, this one's nice, right? If this goes to 850, where was the best time to buy it? Right here, everybody's puking it up. Oh, right. That's your best times to have bought it if it goes to 850. What's tip ranks on it? $11. It means if you stay in the money flow on this, you can play this game to $11. It's right up there. Where's our targets? Right there. Now, when we get up here, I don't know how much of this we want to own, right? Be true value. We'll have to reassess that. What else you putting in your brain? Somebody be honest with me. Be honest with me. You trade the money flow and you've been reading what? What else you been reading? Because you've mastered it. So what else you taking in? Filling in your brain. Got to be something. Oh, I'm studying this. Really? You got down position sizes? You got that all down? Different sectors? You're good there? You know all the different sectors, and you know all the different 11 sectors, the S&P 500, what stocks make up which sector? Wait, you mean quarterbacks learn plays? Yeah. Patrick says, my friends have basically stopped talking to me because I'm addicted to this shit and people think I'm going weird. Yeah, I know that feeling, bro. Gerald, they asked how you order your book. Click the link, man. Click the link. Don't order it though if you won't read it. You got to know, like don't waste my time, man. So many people waste my time. Like I could show them to do this and they're just babbling. Got the fucking attention span of a gnat. Everything else in life is more important. Look at this bingo though, man. This thing could run at a premium. You could be looking at a double here. You could be looking at a double. You got a lot of shit going on. You're like, oh, I'm busy. I'm busy. I'm so busy. Are you, sir? You're too busy. That's usually code for somehow I lost my instant gratification. They click on to something else. Go try a different thing. Well, I like that guy on YouTube. He looks cool. I'm going to do that one. Then you fuck around with that for a minute. I think it's kind of boring. Oh, look at this one. This one's cool. That's how Tiger Woods did it. He just went from sport to sport, strategy to strategy, swing to swing, right? That's what Tiger Woods did. He was always working on a new swing. He wasn't trying to master his swing. He was trying to work on a new swing all the time. Right? Don't you think Donald Trump was doing that? Trump's like, all right, so I'm figuring out this New York real estate thing. I think I'll jump over to trailer parks. No. Right? He didn't do that. Not until he was an expert, right? You can't be an expert in something in months. It takes fucking time. Whether it's riding a skateboard or being an artist or trading, right? So if you come into whatever strategy, you're not going to master two. I don't give a fuck who you are. If you think you are, send me your bank statements. Let me see how you've done. I don't believe it. Not for a second. I don't believe you're mastering two or three. I don't believe you're going to... I just don't. I think you're wasting your fucking time. You know, call me on it, saying, oh, bullshit. You're not going to be good at either one of them. You're going to be half-ass at both. That's all that's going to happen. You don't have enough time or space in your brain. Mastery of things, man, is not something to be taken lightly. The smartest people in the world on planet Earth get up every day to play this game right here. Smartest people on Earth. And you're not going to do it because you know a bunch of shit. You're not going to out-know anybody. That's the thing. You're not going to have secret fucking knowledge that the hedge funds don't know and algorithmic funds don't know. The moment it goes across Reddit, there are already machines that are on it, right? Like, you're not going to out-know people. You're not going to like, those things aren't going to happen. The reason it's going to work for you is the intangibles. Consistency, repetition. You stick to a particular thing and you stay with it. Conviction, right? What strategy is conviction? Well, apparently you don't have conviction if you don't have a fucking strategy. Like, what's your conviction of? Right? So, but you can't get conviction in like 90 days. You have to go through some sell-offs. You have to have losing stock. Like, you have to go through cycles, man. It takes time. And before people look, man, this is bingo. Before people even get this, they're looking at other things, man. So if you do that, there's no way you're as good at me as this. There's no fucking way. I'm not scattered, man. I don't have any doubts. I know exactly what I'm looking at. It's diversified. There's tons of different things. There's position sizes. There's trimming this to add to that, right? There's no confusion. You know, I'm not unsure. I know exactly what I'm doing every day. Exactly. I take these stocks, right? So when I come in, I print them off. I print off my E-Trade account. I go down the list. I'm by hand, dude. You're looking at it on a fucking phone because you can't be bothered to print because you're too fucking busy. I come over here and I print it off. So I come over here. So let's say I'm looking at a trade, like I want to get in Sophie. You might just jump in, click the button. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. And then I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna draw this out, right? I'm gonna draw in there, you know. Then I'm gonna go save as, and I'm gonna save this chart. You say, what are you talking about? You thought I'd do this shit just for you. People are funny, man. You think I do that? Look, you see this whiteboard? You thought that's for you? You think I do, like, I'm gonna sit around doing, I'm just doing this for people, for like, that's just for them. I do this all the time. I get a marker, I get on a board, and I put out all my positions, the whole portfolio, the houses, what's coming in on rents, the dividend stocks, the speculation stocks, the penny stocks, put it all on. Oh, I thought we were playing for life, man. I thought you were trying to become a millionaire. I'm sorry, you got another thing to go look at, another idea to play with. I thought we were trying to build portfolios of dividend stocks and then trim them. So as I'm looking at this, I need to take in what are my sizes? What sector is that compared to this and this? Are these all rolling together? So as I'm watching, I'm looking at the one, well, where are my utility stocks? I got SO, I got Duke. Where else we got? See, as I go down there, because these are connected together, right? Those trade under the U. So wasn't this a trade we just did? Oh, you're looking at other things. I'm sorry. But if you were in the money flow and you're just watching the money flow, when you own Southern Electric and Duke inside of your portfolio, you don't need to go look for anything. Guy says, how do you find stocks? I mean, how do I find they're in my portfolio. It's right there. That's a stage what? That's a stage 1. Boom, closed above the 5. So if you come over here to this board, where am I at? And I'm looking, I'm going through these all the time, right? Well, guess what? Some of these are going down. And I could have, my friends talking about AMC. I could have AMC and all that stuff. That becomes one of them, like we talked about up here. It becomes one of the things that I'm looking at. So I come over here, right? Click meme stocks. I got 20 or 30 of them in there. And all I'm doing is swing trading these, baby. That's it. So I'm watching Clove and I'm waiting. Does this look like a good setup to you? Fucking looks like a pretty good setup to me. Put a stop right there. Has it ever been here before? Yeah. It ain't going to take much for that thing to run. What did it do over here? Went sideways, started moving up. So I could accumulate. If it starts to turn, I buy a little more. Once it breaks, there was my target, $14. So all of that is going on inside of this, man. Dude. Man, if I did a live event, this is what I'm going to show you. Everyone in the room, whether you drive a truck, work at Arby's, or own a business, need this. Now, maybe you don't need to do it what I'm doing here. You're not called to that. Well, you wouldn't be on here if you weren't. I'm going to assume everyone is called to that. Meaning, if you're a doctor or a surgeon, I don't think you need to be worrying about fucking what stock to pick. You just plow all your money into a fucking S&P 500 fund. And when it gets to be so much money, then you need to worry about like doing that. The problem with that is now you have a shit ton of money and you're trying to learn a skill that you haven't ever learned. And so people will think because they have money, well, I played in the NFL, I got $5 million, they can just run up in here and do this. Discounting how many years it took to get to the NFL. How many games did you play? How many playbooks did you look at? How much did you study? Do you think this might fucking take a little time? So this is the GBTC. Why do I have these circled in this picture? You know why? Because when this picture was taken, guess where Bitcoin was? These were stage ones. Go look at alt. Where's alt when this picture was taken? Right here. Why did I have that circled in the picture? For you? Now, I know, you're busy looking at other fucking shit. In other groups, too busy talking. So you didn't, nobody catches on to the picture. Why are these circled? These are the stage ones in my portfolio. The only stage ones. They're the only thing that were fucking down at the time, that were down enough that they're worth looking at, allocating money to. Now, where's GBTC now? It's gone straight up since then, right? That was over here. 19th, whatever the fuck it was. This was written on a whiteboard with a marker by myself. Everything I own, all of my net worth, my money, checking, businesses, all that shit gets drawn up there. It's called the money flow. You get it? So if I came into a room with you, or I brought you to my house, I've had people at my house, and we get the board. Nobody ever wants me to go to the board, though. Nobody's ever asked me to do that. I find that funny. They're afraid. A lot of times we start getting down into it, they get nervous. We start getting dirty, looking at the stocks. I start drawing these out, right? I own these, man. You know that. If you come over to the newsletter, right? Let's take this back. Nobody ever asked me to do this. They usually ask me to confirm their ideas. I find that funny. I'm cool with that. I just find it funny. Why you need me to confirm your ideas? So if you come over here, look. I don't talk a lot about these. I just kind of assume if you're in the money flow, you know what the fuck to do. These aren't trades. This is buy and hold, man. Notice the red ones. Gerald, are you saying you physically take a marker and circle it and make it red? Yeah, but on here I can't do that. But on my board I can do that. So if we come over here, why would A, G, and C be red? Why do you think I'm looking at it like, okay, other people are talking about shit that's going up. That's fine. I'm not mad about that. I just wish this was on your mind. I wish both of them were on your mind. Like this pays a 9% dividend yield. It used to be this price. It's now undervalued. It is an asset that pays a monthly distribution that is currently under fucking valued. What do you think this means to a guy that has money? If every time this comes into a stage one, I buy 100 shares and I do this going forward for the next 10 years, every time this comes into a stage one, I'm looking to allocate money from this portfolio to that thing, right? Which, let's see, where was we there? A, G, and C. Why am I doing that? Well, look at the stock right next to it, BX. If we look at BX, it's black. Look, I'm not buying this. This takes 1 second in my mind. Nothing. Next chart. I don't buy this. That's the basics of the money flow, man. I don't buy this. So this is running away on me. It just keeps going. Where's my attention? On the shit not doing good. So what do you see? Look, Uber, right? Not Dow, right? Uber, Lyft, Tree, and all. Why? Because inside of my buy and hold, these are the worst performers. This is the worst. So when I wanted to buy gold, when it's doing bad, when do I want to add to DLR? When it's doing bad? When it goes down, goes sideways? Where's VTRS is one that I'm adding to. I don't have them all circled, but I text them out most of the time. Some of these I just assume you know what to do. VRTS. Do you see the money flow in this? This is a brand new stock paying a dividend. So where have I been accumulating this stock? We can go back up, pull my E-Trade up. You'll see I got free shares when the Pfizer split. Big stage 4 decline. Did I sell it? No. Let it come in. What am I doing? Buying stage 1s. Buying stage 1s. What? Buying stage 1s. What do I think it's worth? I don't care if it takes fucking 10 years. Whatever. Let's see. I'm not buying that damn much of it. They say $19. So this is a new stock paying dividends, a brand new stock. One day Pfizer was a new stock. This is a new stock given to me by Pfizer. It was a split off. I want to buy the stage 1s. What do they say it was worth? $19. What does the money flow say? Where are our targets? 16. And we're below the 200 and $18. What is happening now is my last chance. Let's say this runs. I stop looking at it. So when I log into my buy and hold portfolio and I see this, you say, what do? Nothing. Move on. It's going up. There's nothing to do. Now, what if that position is massive? Because you've been playing this game. So when you come over and you'll look, I've been playing this game, dude, for like over a decade with some of these. Never selling Pepsi, just buying stage 1s. Just always buy 1 share, 2 share. Next month, goes into a stage 1. I buy 1 or 2. And you just play that game for the rest of your life. And when you're doing that, all of a sudden, you got to start writing it out. And it starts looking like this. And that doesn't show the other side of the board. If you don't have an interest in this, you can't do this. What ticker is this? Don't worry about Mr. Miami. Shut the fuck up and listen. Learn something. Stop talking and listen. Learn something for once. Fucking just sit down, shut the fuck up and listen. That's what you should do. I'm trying to help you, man. And you're busy typing with your thumbs. Stop. All you fucking talk. Everyone's tired of you talking. Your friends, your mother, everyone around you. Stop talking and do shit. Let your actions dictate it. So if I'm looking at this here, what are the stocks that I want to be buying, man? I want to buy the ones that are doing good. No, I want to trim the ones that are overvalued. So can I scan this list and find overvalued stocks in my portfolio? Let's see. What's the price of BX? It's overvalued. So now I could trim a little. Not a lot. I like this stock. Take a little off. What could I do with that? I could add it to this. Right? I don't put it all in there. I'm not trying to fucking make it exactly even. I don't want to stop my best stocks from doing well. In other words, if I have 100 and 200 shares, sir, I don't want to sell 200 shares. I want to sell 5, 3 shares, just 3. And I roll that to cash. Now as I go through this board, right? If you guys, as I go through this board here, I know all you guys are smart. I know the money flow. I'm going to go look at other things. You don't know shit. You haven't learned shit, dude. Fucking year in there. We're still talking about the same shit. What is our oil exposure when we look on this? So if you draw all your stocks on a board and you step back and look at them, and then over here you draw the big 6, the things that move stocks. Right? I thought, well, I don't know, man. Hedge funds, you don't think they play like this? You don't think Kathy Woods puts it up on a board? Everyone, she has a little round thing where you have to defend this stock. Why the fuck do we own this? Why is this in our portfolio? So you should be playing this game with yourself, man. So where is Chevron right now? 101, stage 2. There's a target if we're swing trading. We know that because we have swing trading skills. So we know this is a move to the upside, right? That's what it looks like. So as we're looking at our buy and hold portfolio, we know that's a breakout, right? Just like over here, that was a breakout, right? And there was this little previous, and look, it ran right through it. So we know it can do that over here. This would be the target. So as we're looking at our portfolio and we say, what is my oil exposure? Well, I own Chevron. That's CVS, but I own Chevron. I own ConocoPhillips. There's Chevron. I own Exxon. What else do we own? Well, indirectly, we own ET, ETRN, MLPX. In other words, there's a big oil position. Maybe the call's to do nothing. We don't need to allocate any money. So we go look and we say, what is Chevron worth? Now, I didn't do that. I added money to Chevron. What's the upside? 25%. 25%. So what did we shave? Pfizer. Why? Look at Pfizer. This is what you're looking for on Ethereum. The box, man. That is a box. Here's our pivot point. I know you mastered the money flow. You're looking at other things. You got this down completely. You don't even need to go this deep. You've got it down. I know. Everybody's got it just fucking down. You know all about position sizes, entry stops, limit orders, sector rotation. Got it all. Moving on, looking at other things. And the thing is, it would take me 50 fucking hours to go through all of this. It's funny to me, too, because when people get me alone, they don't ask me this stuff. I wish Trapper would have let me on his stage. I'd have made them all rich. I would have got a whiteboard and showed them. All right, you guys have babbled long enough. Let me show them how to get rich. And then I would say, we're going to trim this, right? Why? Positions run up. For me, now if your position's not that big, you wouldn't do this. But for me, it's become one of my larger holdings. What is the true value? $44. In other words, this asset is fair value, as is BX, fair value. I mean, what do you mean fair value? That's what it is. This is about what it's worth, fair value. What about Chevron? Is it on sale? It's $25, 25% undervalued. So now I need to look at my weighting in oil compared to my weighting in what is BX. What is that considered? You know, financial sector, right? What is Pfizer? Pharmaceuticals, right? Well, I own Pfizer. I own Merck. What else do I own? I own VTRS. So I have a nice position inside of that sector, right? So I need to look. Do I have room for more oil? Because if I roll those trims, 5 from that one, 5 for that one, plus some new money, and I put it into Chevron, it's undervalued by 25%. The dividend yield goes up. We're looking at that, right? I know you guys are all doing this at home on a whiteboard on your own. You're writing it on paper because you've completely mastered the money flow. That's why you're studying options. You figured all this out. You got all this down. You figured all this out, the weighting. And I mean, we ain't even added our penny stocks or speculations and how I treat them differently. You think my penny stock positions are the same size as my BX position? No, my BX position is like $60,000. I have 60 grand in this. What do you think I have in solo? About 3,000. Why? Speculation, man. It's a different kind of stock. I'll put 25,000 in Uber. I don't think there's any chance it goes to zero. So the less chance that it goes to zero or wiping me out, the more money I'm comfortable putting in it. So, okay, well, what if this goes down and I'm holding it? Let it go down. You ain't got to add to it. You can shorten your ads. Take them in smaller. I just buy 5 shares, 10 shares. I'm just nibbling. I'm not committing a lot of money. It's a fucking penny stock, dude. It could go to zero. Right? This is not Chevron. Okay? Ride is not Chevron. Chevron does not collapse like Ride did. This does not happen. It could go down. It's not going to lose 50% of its value in a week. Now, it might in 3 months, 4 months, 5 months as oil goes into a downtrend. Right? Now, he said, imagine, now, if you're playing with $10 million, maybe you do 60,000 in a penny stock. The guy says, well, fuck it, I'm 19. All right. I mean, I'm not arguing with that. Okay, I'm not 19. Like, I got to get rich for certain, not bullshitting. So, you know, where's Walgreens? I got people asking me about a short squeeze on AMC. They don't ask me about Walgreens. You know why? Because they don't know shit about the stock market. They think they do. They know about pushing buttons on a fucking screen. What they know about the stock market is fucking childish. This is the stock market, man. When you start building out a portfolio of positions to where you have to step back to think about it, it's too big to look at on your fucking phone. You have to print it off and look at it. You have to then begin to decide, like, start looking at the big picture. I'm not writing this for you. I'm writing this for me, man. This is what I was already doing before I started talking stocks to people. What you think about comes about. What you focus on grows. When you take the time at home to fucking put this on paper, you know what you start accumulating in your life? More of this shit. And so as I would begin, and I'm telling you, my friends, family, they're like, what are you doing, bro? What are these charts? And I said, it's the eye and the window into the soul of a stock's price movement. God told me how it moves. I said, what are you talking about, man? That sounds crazy. I know. I was sitting at a blackjack table, and I owned some stocks, and I owned some houses. And I'd been reading Stan Weinstein and reading all these books, and I was into Dr. Elder. Dr. Elder had a 13-day moving average. It's a true story, man. I'd lost about $70,000 trying all different kinds of dumb things, right? Just learning like everybody else, just learning. You're going to lose money. That happens. And as I began, let's change this. Dr. Elder did a 13-day moving average. Let's go to 13, okay? We'll make that green a 13. It don't matter. We could use 13. That wasn't what the thing was about, man. So when a guy's talking to me, when you're getting too down in the weeds on the moving average, you're missing the point of the moving average. Look, we could use a 13. It might work better here, but that's not what works better. What works better is catching the boxes, man. Understanding the boxes and the flow of the money flow. That's what works. So if we step back and I began to look at that pattern of price moving, you know, sideways up, sideways down, and sideways, not from a predictive nature, not from a nature of if it's a 1, it's got to go into a 2. No, it could go into a 4. And so that was just being real. That was like being real of what could actually happen. It looks like it's breaking out here, so I assume it does. But we could put stops. We could do all kinds of shit. I don't know what kind of trader you are, how you want to trade. Is this a buy and hold? I don't give a fuck if it goes down. I don't need stops. It stopped where it did before. All right. So if I want to buy some more of this, now's the time. So if I come over here and I look at Walgreens and I own some of this in my portfolio, which I do. Let's see. This is a dog of the Dow, right? I'm going to own this for the next 20 years, man. Like there's nothing to talk about like, oh, what happens this month? No, that's not what this is. It's undervalued. 16%. Do I want to put my money in this or Chevron? They're both breaking out. You know. Maybe I just buy one share. I don't know. I don't know where you're at. That question gets hard to ask because I don't know your portfolio. I don't know if you've gotten to here yet. You know, I don't know. So when you see me adding to a penny stock, understand I own all of these too. Right? It's not one thing in and of itself. It's not, sometimes like, well, what's your best stock pick? I don't know what that means. What do you mean, which one's the best? That implies I know where they're going. If I knew all of that, I would only buy one stock at a time. Meaning, I don't know. You know, I could guess. But that doesn't seem like a good strategy. That's not the strategy. Because if I would have never guessed BX, is what I'm trying to tell you. BX has been one of my best trade investments ever. Look at this. It just keeps going up. I stopped buying it a long time ago, and it just keeps going up. Look. If you would have asked me that back then, I wouldn't have told you this stock. I liked it, but it wouldn't have been my number one. Those come and go, man. Meaning I didn't know. The reason I was able to catch this is I had all these, right? This is just some of them. Meaning a lot of poles in the water, man. And it's not moving in and out, in and out. You can't move in and out of 50 fucking stocks. That's not going to work. You can't do that. It's impossible. You can trade like that. You could use the money flow to trade like that. I'm just not doing it. That's a surface level money flow, man. That's a surface level money flow. Oh, but it could be, man. I mean, if you're 19 years, I mean, I don't know what's going on with you. So with ETH, let's say you're swing trading ETH. Well, fucking swing trade it. You should be locking in some gains now. There were your buys, stage one. It ran up, it hit target, take some off. It's going to pull back. ETH should pull back. This will be where people panic. Right here. I'm fully anticipating it's probably going to pull back in here. I don't know, maybe in here. Like, it'll probably pull back. And then what? I don't know. Maybe it goes back down. If it does, then it's going back to here. I mean, I don't know. There's people convinced there's no way. It can't. Why not? But let's say that holds. Then where's it going? Previous high. So how much do you want to own? I don't know. Map it out. What are your other assets? How much debt do you have? Put that on the board. How much fucking debt do you have? Write them down. Like, this is big picture money flow stuff, man. I wish we could get there, man. I wish we could get there. I wish we could get there. Like, we put all your shit up here. Like, we do that. Me and you, we sit at the board. And I say, how much is your house worth? And you say, $245. How much you owe on it? Now we got a little equity. We write it right there. And I say, how much is your car worth? And you say, I ain't got a car payment. Good. And we start going through how much money you make. And we start mapping it out. And we figure, how much are we going to allocate to these dividends? We need to know a number. How much you want in dividends? I'm trying to get to $1 million. That was what I wanted. Now I want just $1 million in dividends. I don't have just $1 million dividends because I trade about $250,000. So how much do you got just locked away? What's the number, man? What are you trying to get to? Not what stock or what is AMC. Like, that's not the question. The question is not that, man. The question is, what number are you trying to get to? You say, well, I'm just trying to make some money. How much money? Fucking exactly. How much would you like in your trading account? Write that number down, man. You ever write it down? Oh, no, you're busy learning options. Too busy to manifest. I like options. The only reason I pick on options because people start learning options before they learn this. And that pisses me off. Because you're doing it wrong. You don't even know position sizes. How are you going to do? You're going to blow out. It's just a matter of time, dude. You are going to lose all of your money if you don't get this. This is forever, man. And so as we move even to the speculative stuff, we got to keep that in balance with this. Right? So a guy can run out there and flip houses, flip, fine. I'd rather own 16 that pay me money every month. That don't mean I can't flip one or here or there. Right? I'm not a house flipper, but there is a time to flip a house. I don't trade exclusively options, but there's time to add options. And you know that when you begin to follow all of these sectors. See where it says ARC? Remember we talked about that. What ARC? We could come over here, right? And ARC funds, click the button, click view all. As we come up, wait, that's not the one I wanted. Where's the ARC funds? Right there. View all. We want to scan these. What are we looking for? The one on sale, man. That one's still buyable. What is that? Genomics. You want to play genomics? There you go. We go look and see what genomic stock she's got up in here. CRSP, right? What is that one? Let's see. So then we could create a list called genomic stocks. We could go find some she ain't in. Look at that. Do we see the money flow? Does it run up when price breaks above the green? Let's see. Breaks out, runs up. Does that top look pretty fucking obvious? Yes, looks just like ETH right now. It's going to pull back. Look, 510 cross that down we're going. Does that mean we need to sell? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe not. Where's it going? Shit, where it was before, right? That's where we figure it's going. Where did it stop? Where it was before. Went down. You see why I'm saying that doesn't necessarily mean I got to sell. It just means for a couple weeks we're going down. The target is up here, man. Big picture. I don't know how close or tight you're trading. My target's way higher than yours probably. My game is playing different. I'm playing it with way more stocks than you're playing. Different sectors. So the more money you get, the easier this shit gets. So 162, 19% upside. It's not killing me, making me feel that great. But where's our target? 158. That's below theirs. This is a trade. That's a breakout. That was your breakout day. There's your stage one. Indicators told you they're moving over. So the only way to be in this is be in this. So if you move all in, out, all out, how are you going to catch it, man? You're that quick. You're that nimble. You're going to do that? Bullshit. I'm calling bullshit. You're going to miss that on stocks that run 50, 60, 100, 500% because you weren't in it, because as soon as you took the money off here, you went and put it in something else. And then you missed the big run, man. I'm telling you. Why do you think people don't own? How do you think people bought? You know how many people bought and sold Amazon 10 years ago? All they had to do was learn the money flow and just be in the money flow of Amazon. And it would have just grown like BX. Higher and fucking higher and higher and higher. I have friends that have been doing that knew me, that listened. And they just played the money flow. And they bought stage ones and they just owned it. And now they're fucking rich. That's it. One stock inside the money flow. Now what if you have 10 of them, 20 of them? Because we don't know which one's Amazon. We don't know which one's BX. Right? So we got to do the Rokus and the Squares and the PayPals and all that stuff, man. The DraftKings. And we're building these out. And that's not this. I have that on the other side of the board, right? So that takes time. You could buy all of these in one click on M1 Finance. This is not complicated. People are like, oh, it's so many. Go to M1 Finance, put them all in, hit the button. There you go. Now we're together. Now we're together. Just me and you. Right? You could do your other, like this shit has gotten so simple and so fractal. It can be played on any level now. It's just how deep do you want it to go? Or do you want to spend all your time fucking entertainment, learning new things, never actually applying it, not staying with it. It's the intangibles, man. I'm going to wrap up. It's the intangibles, man. It's the intangibles. My man said he wants $100,000 a year in dividend income. You can do that. You can map that out. You could map that out, sir. You better go make some money, though, son. That starts with the top of the funnel, the first circle, the well. You better find an industry that's going to make you some money. And then you got to have the ability and the guts and the discipline to invest it and put it to work. I'm with you, though. I like that $100,000 a year in dividends. I'm pretty close to that now with that and real estate. I'm there, but you like to keep some in reserve just in case. All right, man. You guys be good. Peace. Appreciate you too.